6 lizards from behind the pumpkin frame became 6 footmen in splendid liveries. You would have thought they had been footmen all their lives. Cinderella was so excited that she could scarcely speak. "Oh, Godmother," she cried, "it is all so lovely." Then suddenly she thought of her shabby frock. "There is my white muslin," she said wistfully. Do you think?" But before Cinderella could realize what was happening, her godmother's wand tapped her lightly on the shoulder, and in place of the shabby frock, there was a gleam of satin, silver, and pearls. Ah, who can describe a robe made by the fairies? It was white as snow, and as dazzling. Round the hem hung a fringe of diamonds, sparkling like dewdrops in the sunshine. The lace about the throat and arms could only have been spun by fairy spiders. Surely it was a dream. Cinderella put her daintily gloved hand to her throat and softly touched the pearls that encircled her neck. "Come, child," said the godmother, "or you will be late." As Cinderella moved, the firelight shone upon her dainty shoes. "They are of diamonds," she said. "No," answered her godmother, smiling. "They are better than that. They are of glass, made by the fairies. And now, child, go and enjoy yourself to your heart's content. Only remember, if you stay at the palace 1 instant after midnight, your coach and servants will vanish, and you will be the little gray Cinderella once more." A few moments later, the coach dashed into the royal courtyard, the door was flung open, and Cinderella alighted. As she walked slowly up the richly carpeted staircase, there was a murmur of admiration, and the king's son hastened to meet her. "Never," said he to himself, "have I seen anyone so lovely." He led her into the ballroom, where the king, who was much taken with her sweet face and pretty modest manners, whispered to the queen that she must surely be a foreign princess. The evening passed away in a dream of delight, Cinderella dancing with no one but the handsome young prince, and being waited on by his own hands at supper time. The 2 sisters could not recognize their ragged little sister in the beautiful and graceful lady to whom the prince paid so much attention, and felt quite pleased and flattered when she addressed a few words to them. Presently, a clock chimed the 11:15, and, remembering her godmother's warning, Cinderella at once took leave of the prince and, jumping into her coach, was driven rapidly home. Here she found her godmother waiting to hear all about the ball. "It was lovely," said Cinderella, "and oh, godmother, there is to be another tomorrow night, and I should so much like to go to it." "Then you shall," replied the kind fairy, and kissing her godchild tenderly, she vanished. When the sisters returned from the ball, they found a sleepy little maiden sitting in the chimney corner waiting for them. "How late you are!" cried Cinderella, yawning. "Are you not very tired?" "Not in the least," they answered. And then they told her what a delightful ball it had been, and how the loveliest princess in the world had been there, and had spoken to them, and admired their pretty dresses. "Who was she?" asked Cinderella slyly. "That we cannot say," answered the sisters. She would not tell her name, though the prince begged her to do so on bended knee.